All right, good morning and welcome to Master Talker online class. We are still on the series of solving university past questions. Now, this is the second question on ABSU 2022-2023 past question. If you have not watched the first one, please make sure you watch it. And then for more videos on any past question and lecture notes on each topic on mathematics, physics, and chemistry, please go to my YouTube channel. You get the full video there. Okay, so let's solve this first one. This first one said that what? Find the remainder when this polynomial is divided by this. Now, don't forget that we would have used the remainder theorem if this is a linear equation. But this is not a linear equation. We are going to use long division method. And if you don't know long division method, please go to my YouTube channel where I solved more questions on that. So you have 2x raised to the power 4 plus x raised to the power 3 minus x squared plus 4. All right. So this is very simple. The method we use is called the DMS. DMS said division, multiplication, and subtraction. That's all. Okay, and we keep following this method until once you do subtraction, anything you are getting is called the remainder. So we have to stop whenever the remainder is less than the divisor. Okay, if the remainder is less than this one, you have to stop. So let's start. The first one said divide. So let's divide. The first person here divide by the first person here. You are done with divide. So divide said the first person, which is 2x raised to the power 4 divided by x raised to the power 2. So if 2 remove 2 here, I'm left with what? 2x raised to the power 2, because 2 divided by invisible 1 is 2. So my answer here is what? 2x raised to the power 2. I am done with my D. The next thing you move to what? Your M. So M said use the answer gotten from D to multiply everybody in the divisor. So I have this times this. You have what? 2x raised to the power 4. You see the way I wrote it under this. This times 1, I have what? Minus 2x raised to the power what? 2. Okay? So we subtract. That's the next thing. We subtract. Now, don't forget that only like terms can subtract. So this minus this is gone. Now, x raised to the power 3 does not have anybody to subtract with. So it means x raised to the power 3 minus 0. To have what? Just x raised to the power 3. Nobody to subtract with. But now, this one can subtract this. So, but minus always affects everybody down. So, minus is plus. So, minus 1x squared plus 2x squared. So, it means minus 1 plus 2, which will give you just plus 1. Okay? So, I have plus 1x raised to the power 2. But there's nothing like 1x raised to the power 2. So, you have to remove that 1. So, it will just be x raised to the power 2. Now, the next person is what? Plus 4. Plus 4 does not have anybody to subtract with. So, just, it means 4 minus 0, which will give you what? Just 4. All right? Now, if you look at this, you will see that this is x raised to the power 3. This is the remainder now, the new remainder. So, this remainder now is not less than this. So, we will repeat this DMS. So, let us repeat it. So, the D said what? Only the first person will divide the first person. So, I'll have what? X raised to the power 3 divided by x raised to the power 2. Are you getting that now? So when 2 cancel 2 here, it remaining just x. So I have what? Plus x. Now I am done with my D. D just said first person divide by first person. Now M said, and don't forget, once you start your D, you must complete everybody. So M now said what? Use the answer gotten from that your division and multiply everybody in the divisor. So this time this will give you x raised to the power 3. This time this will give you what? Minus x. Are you there? So the next thing we do is what? We subtract. Now in our subtraction, you will see that what? Only like terms can add or subtract. So this and this is gone. Now x squared minus nobody here, 0, will give you what? X squared. All right? Now there is x here. There is no x here. But don't forget that minus affects everybody down. Minus is plus. So I will say 0x plus x, which will give you just plus x. You see the way I did it? Why? Because minus affected this minus to change it to plus. So 0 plus x. Okay? But had it been here is plus. So plus minus is minus. I will say 0 minus x, which will give me minus x. So you have to be very careful of your sign. Don't forget that this minus only affects the people down. So we'll now go to the last person, because you have to be following the sequence. 2, 1, and then 4. 4 minus nothing will give you just what? Plus 4. All right, do we stop? No, this is still equal to this. It's not yet less than. We have to stop when it is less than. So we continue the DMS again, and D said what? Only the first man will divide the first man. So we have what? X squared divided by x squared. When anything divides itself is 1. You write your answer here, plus 1. I am done with my D. I will move to M. So M said what? Use the answer here to multiply everybody here. So 1 times this will give you what? X squared. All right. 1 times this will give you what? Minus 1. Okay. So the next thing we subtract. Now, don't forget that the minus must affect everybody down. This minus this is gone. Minus minus is plus. But before that, I will say x. X minus nothing is still x. Okay. Now, minus minus is plus. 4 plus 1 will give you what? 5 plus 5. So this is the remainder. We have to stop here because this is raised power 1. Why this is raised power 2? This is now less than this. Whenever your divisor, your remainder is less than the divisor, you stop. So the remainder, this is my remainder. All right? Very simple. This is my remainder. So let's move to the next question. It's very simple. For more understanding, you can watch the full video on my YouTube channel, Maths Atoka. Once you search Maths Atoka, you will see that all the topics are already done there. Okay? So the next question said, number 2 said, if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation this, they have to find this and this. Very simple question. I have done the video on my YouTube channel, the full topic. So I now have that what they gave me 3x squared plus 12x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now, according to quadratic equation, we know that we have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this implies that what? It implies that a is equal to 3, b is equal to 12, and c is equal to 7. Very simple. Now, for you to find anything in alpha and beta, this is called the name of the topic is roots of quadratic equation or solution to quadratic equation. You will see it in the description below. Okay, I'm going to drop the link there. So the next thing you have to do is what? The first thing you have to find is what? Alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Very, very important. These are the two main things you must find before you start looking for anything they ask you to find. And it has formula. The formula for alpha plus beta is minus b over a. Why the formula for alpha beta is what? C over a. Very simple. So can we get that? Very simple. So minus, what is my b? Minus 12 over my a is what? 3. Okay? Which will give you minus 4. All right? Then this one will give you what? 7 over 3. Since I've gotten these two things, I am done with whatever I'm doing. Now, the first question they say I should find, which is what? Alpha minus 1 into beta minus 1. Now, anything you are doing, you try to get what is exactly alpha and beta and alpha plus beta. You have to shape this thing to be like this. So how do we do it? Let's try to open the bracket and see what happens. Alpha times beta will give you what? Alpha beta. Alpha times minus 1 will give you minus alpha. Minus 1 times beta will give you minus beta. Minus times minus is plus. 1 times 1 is what? Plus 1. Now, this is something I say alpha beta. Now, they have something in common. They have minus in common. I can open bracket and say alpha plus beta. So that minus times this will give you this. Minus times this will give you this. Bring back my plus 1. You see, I have shaped this thing now to contain only the sum of the roots and the product of the root. So we can now substitute. You see why you need to find these two things first before you start looking for any other thing. Okay, so let us substitute. Alpha beta gave us minus 4 minus alpha plus beta gave us what? Sorry, alpha beta gave us 7 over 3. Okay, minus alpha plus beta gave us minus 4, then plus 1. So we now have that what? This is 7 over 3 plus 4 plus 1. Okay, which will give you 7 over 3 plus 5. So you can find the LCM. The LCM is 3. 3 divided by this is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. Plus 3 divided by 1 is 3. 3 times 5 is what? 15. So my last answer will give me 22. Okay, 22 over 3. Okay, and that is the last answer. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, follow. God bless you.